I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. I speak mostly about INFJs at the moment. I love analyzing myself and then putting it out on video and seeing if anyone relates to it. I'm so gratified by all the comments and all the suggestions for videos. I really appreciate it. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about how INFJs, I've spoken about this before, we have a weird sense of justice, but we always want to stand on the side of justice, of what's right in our heads, how we interpret it to be right. Now, just to backtrack a little bit, whenever we are in a situation where, we have to fight for what's right. For example, someone's being racist and we don't like it, or someone's being sexist and we're like, this is not right, so we speak up, right? It's weird how we're not brave in other manners, like I am a scaredy cat when it comes to darkness or to even roller coasters. But when someone says something horrible to another person, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'll speak up instantaneously. So I'm brave in certain ways and a horribly scaredy cat in other ways, right? We're very brave in terms of justice. We have this weird sense of justice where we believe the world to be a just place, and if it's not, then we need to make sure that it is. If someone says anything racist, we'll speak up instantaneously. But okay, this has nothing to do with racism or anything, so don't message me about it because I don't know all the tenets of it. It's just what's in our head. But if I'm in a situation when someone's speaking against someone and I don't like it, and I'm thinking to myself, I think you're wrong, and I'll speak up about it. But if that person explains it to me and says, okay, this is the reason why I said certain things about this person, and if they have a logical enough argument, then we are very easily dissuaded from that argument, or we really easily change our mind to the opposite side. Now, easily is very hard because you have to give us really good arguments in order to change our mind. But if someone does give us good arguments in order to change our mind, and we believe it to be logical and persuasive enough, then we will change our mind. For example, it's a very simple, stupid example, but I want to use it because everyone can relate to it, I think. Donald Trump. Now, please don't message me about politics because I really don't care. But a lot of times, a lot of my friends are American, and a lot of them did vote for Donald Trump. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, how could you? Are you a dumbass? I don't think I'd be friends with you anymore. But because I want to keep an open mind, I always ask them, okay, why did you vote for him? I mean, you are such an intelligent person. I love you to death. You seem like you know what you're talking about. How could you make such a humongous mistake? I know you're not a sexist, so what the hell is going on here? And then my friends would give me certain examples and certain arguments. And I've noticed that a bunch of them gave me arguments that were actually pretty valid. I am not, again, still a Donald Trump fan. I don't think he's a good guy. I think he's a horrible human being in general. But, and again, please don't message me about it because I'm not going to change my mind on it. But in terms of politics, I understand why people voted for him because of political reasons, because of all of his ideas and what he was promising them, right? Now, again, I don't like the man. I don't like American politics. I think it's completely crazy, but I understood their side a little bit more. So now I am not so staunchly against the idea of Donald Trump as president. Do you know what I'm saying? Again, I am not saying that it's valid in any way. I am not saying that it's valid in any shape or form, okay? So I'm not, please don't message me about it, I swear to the gods. If I get any Donald Trump comments, I'm going to delete them instantly. But what I'm using this to demonstrate is that if we are given a strong enough argument, we will change our mind. We will. Because that's how things run for us. That's what we are like. We are on the side of right until someone dissuades us on that side of right. We might believe that unicorns exist for the longest time because that's where the truth is for us. But if you come to us and give us like strong arguments saying, unicorns don't exist because of these reasons, then we'll be like, oh shit, you're right. Okay, cool. I'm going to change my mind. Now, a lot of INFJs message me and say, well, but I change my mind so frequently. I'm so inconsistent. I don't have any commitment. No, that's not it. I used to think that about myself as well, and I used to berate myself for it because I would change my mind if someone gave me a good enough argument. The reality is that because we're always gathering data, we're always gathering information, we might believe in certain tenets at certain points in time. But as we evolve as human beings, as we learn about the world, as the world changes, as research comes in, new research, there is so much information that is gathered that has been proven false. And so we need to realize that fact and we change along with that. That's called flexibility. And that's our strength. It is not a weakness. So if you guys think of it as a weakness, then stop doing that. A really simple example would be the fact that people used to consider sleep a waste of time in the past. They used to think that was a waste of time. You should sleep as little as possible, work as long as possible. You're wasting your time, get up at 5, blah, blah, blah. There is research now, scientific research, saying that sleep is one of the most important things you can spend your time on. And 8 hours minimum is a requirement for a majority of the population. And you need to get that amount of sleep in order for your body to repair itself and to go through all those different things that the body does while sleeping. Sleep is not just deadness, it's about healing, right? And so people believed that sleep was useless, and now they realize it's not. So as the world changes, as new data is gathered, as new information is put forward, we as human beings have to keep on changing along with that. We can't be stuck in our ways. I think that would be a wrong thing for us to do, because then we're just stagnating, and human beings are not good at stagnating. We hate ourselves if we do that, right? So what I want you guys to do is realize that your flexibility, your ability to stand behind what's right, no matter what it is, and adjusting all the time according to the research of the day, according to the arguments of the day, is a source of our flexibility. I can see a lot of times both sides of the picture. A lot of times I can see why people voted for Hillary Clinton and why they voted for Donald Trump. I understand both purviews, both sides of views, because I see that, both sides have valid arguments. And thankfully, I'm not involved in American politics. I don't have to vote for it. I don't have to think about it. But I can understand it from the outside in, right? And that's what our strength is as an INFJ. We see both sides. We're flexible in that manner. We can be flexible in that manner, especially the older we get. And I hope that you guys can use this video as a sense of balm, as a solace for yourself, because if you are hating yourself because you always change your mind, I want you guys to stop doing that and to realize and use your flexibility as a gift, as a source of wisdom for the rest of your life. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, and you should love yourself for it. My constant quest is to love myself, so I'm always trying to get you guys to love yourselves too. Alright, I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, if you guys have any suggestions for videos or feedback or questions, message me anytime. Alright, bye for now.